Hey, Patriots. Hello. Get me a watermark in here. Hey, I'll be right back, Patriots. Just enjoy this view for a second, all right? I'll be right back. All right, how you doing, Patriots? Who's in the house? Yeah, you want to go do some fishing there, small water guy? Hi, Debbie B. We're along the banks of the Conestoga River. Hey, Sean, K.A., silly for him. Nova, Annette Park. Yeah, it'd be nice to do some fishing right now, huh? Hi, Docs and Grandma. First in the house. Way to go. Way to go. Hey, Tina. Great vigil you guys just had today. That was splendid, man. We got phone calls from Cash Kelly, Bart Shively, and Brittany Perkins, Michael Perkins' wife. J6er Michael Perkins' wife there. That was a great vigil you guys just put on. Thank you, Roy. Thank you, Tina, and the other Patriots you had there with you out there in Lewisburg, Pennsylvania, just earlier this afternoon, man. Just moments ago, you guys just pulled off another vigil. So we're vigilizing all over the country now. We got the nightly vigil in D.C. going on. Where are we at now with that one? Night number 543 was last night in D.C. The Northern Neck Regional Jail Vigil went on last night also, Friday night in Warsaw, Virginia. Good job, Tom Jeffries out there in Virginia, man. You guys are awesome. We're putting on the show. Putting on the show, Patriots. Things are happening, man. Vigilizing all over the place. It's great to see all these Patriots activated and fighting for our freedom, because it is on the line, Patriots. It is on the line. Lots of news coming out, but we got lots of vigil information coming in. Mainly the best info that came out last night was that Brian Jackson and Andrew Taki are back in the C3A pod and the DC Gulag. Finally, I don't think we've had an explanation yet, and even though we are supposed to have some type of an explanation in 7 days, it went 22 days, I believe, 21 or 22 days till they brought them back in with no explanation. And then during the Lewisburg Vigil, I heard Roy talking about how he was talking to the Marshal Service, making a call to action to them. And it sounds like he had a nice cordial conversation with the guy who answered the phone there. And the guy would say, well, you know, you guys don't really have to call in. We've gotten thousands of phone calls on this. And, well, you know, we wouldn't have to call in. We're not sitting around here thinking, gosh, can I go be a pain in the butt to somebody? But when we see you not doing your job, when you got policies in place that you're ignoring your own policies, we got to do something, okay? Because you're not doing it, and your boss isn't making you do it, and the owners of the jail isn't calling up the people that run the jail and making them do it. So we got to do that. Silence is compliance. We're not going to sit by and not complain about obvious wrongdoing and what we perceive as psychological torture. You know, You guys are mistreating these people in these prisons. You're mistreating them in the courts. These people are patriots. They're the finest of the finest of us. That out of all the people in America, the people I went to J6 were the ones that got off the sofa and said, I'm going to do something about that. Okay? I see wrongdoing. I see corruption. I see tyranny. And they got up, they invested time, they invested treasure, and they went to D.C. that day, and look at the persecution that they're going under. And we've had many, many other protests that were very similar to that did not get treated in anywhere near the same fashion as that fateful day in January 6, 2021 at the Capitol. We've had numerous protests in the Capitol, numerous protests in the office buildings next to the Capitols for the Senate and the senators and the congressmen in their offices. We've had protests at the White House, all within the last 3 months, that did not get received with rubber bullets and flashbangs, okay? There was no difference in the crowds, but only the J6ers got that treatment. So our days of sitting by and saying nothing are over. I hope you guys in the Marshal Service understand that, and the BOP and the DC Gulag. We're done sitting here not saying anything. We are going to hold you to your own words, to your own policies, and make sure that you are that you're doing your jobs as you promised, as you took oaths to obey. All right, so we're not going to just sit by here and not say anything. But it was nice, Roy, you had that cool conversation with the guy, and I get that too sometimes. I call up, I try to be nice, you know, and if I don't get hung up on real professional behavior when they just hang up on you, I mean, that happens a lot, man. Hey, Jamie, I heard Trump's coming to Harrisburg. Yeah. If that ends up panning out, I'll be there. Trump is supposed to be speaking at the NRA gun show at the Pennsylvania Farm Show Complex, which I'm not sure on the dates. It's early February 6th or something like that. So we'll see. We'll see. Oh, what's this here, Lee? Lee Bard. Something happened where Trump is. He said, take care of them, please. While waiting, he took a big drink of his water. Oh, all right, so something in the crowd. They've been throwing the last 2 or 3 speeches that I've seen Trump give. There have been people that stand up and yell things in the crowd now, which adds to the excitement. Hey, Gator Girl, how are you? Good to see you here. You're going too, Jamie? Yeah, I'll see what I can do about getting up there. That's right, small water guy. Nobody's coming to save us. This is our job. This is our duty. We're not going to sit around and wait for Trump. Joe Biden, FJB, will not complete this term. He is an enemy of this country. He is facilitating with our own money an invasion of this country right now. And we got the people going down there. Enough is enough. This is it. God bless the Texas National Guard. God bless the governor and the attorney general down there, Ken Paxton, for putting up the fight. You got to go through the legal motions, but we the people got to back up our representatives and let them know that we're serious about this. So I'm stoked to see this convoy take off out of Virginia Beach on Monday. And we got Sapphire Patriots going to go. Glory B's going to go. And do you guys all remember Kentucky from the Convoy and from the 1776? She's getting back in the action. I heard Ivan Raiklin's going to be going too. I'm not sure if that's real or not, but Ivan Raiklin, our favorite little guy from DC, man, he can talk for hours, but man, it's potent talk. Apparently he busted up his leg while he was sledding. This dude's like a decorated military veteran, and he broke his leg in 3 places sledding with the kids, man. And ain't that how it always happens, Hi, Bonnie. Hi, Jane Febo. How are you? Yeah, maybe we'll get a flag wave in there, Jamie. I wanted to do a flag wave yesterday or today, but man, just so much is happening. Let's see. Tina's link is J6 Vigils on YouTube. And that was it's been around for a while, Carrie's Musings. That's the one, the Lewisburg Vigil's always been on a channel called J6 Vigils. Had some patriots set that channel up. That's how me and Roy got our start, man. That's how we started YouTubing, was with that channel. Diane helped us helped us learn how to YouTube, and that's what got us started. So now Roy is running that live stream from the J6 Vigils, everyone. Or the Lewisburg Vigil. Roy was running that one, man. Yeah, Ivan's an awesome dude, man. He is awesome. He is clued in. He knows exactly what's going on. He knows all the details about what's going on with the J6 issues and stuff. I mean, he's got his finger on the pulse. Awesome dude. Awesome dude. All right, and Joe and Josh, okay, are there. First Responders Media, Oreo Express, those guys are traveling together. And they are in Virginia Beach waiting to head out on Monday. Hey, Ridgeline. What does see? Did everyone hear about the bipartisan bill in the Senate that both Democrats and Republicans agreed to? That has the border and fentanyl in it. Republicans in the House said it will not pass there. Well, we'll have to wait and see what's in there, Greg. Not expecting a whole lot out of them people, but you never know. Okay, yes. Everything about this convoy is peaceful. Nobody's going down there. This ain't no militia heading down there to shut the border down. These are people assembling to show their support for the stand that Texas is taking right now against our federal government. We got the federal government in a fight with one of the states. You know, the feds are supposed to protect the border. That's their whole purpose, their whole plan, and they're failing to do it. In fact, they're doing the exact opposite of that, man. One of the lady organizers. Okay, cool, Cleo. Joe did an interview with one of the lady organizers this afternoon. Awesome. Yeah, I saw a car drove off the beach, the fishing pier down in Virginia Beach. Oh my goodness, DC. Cities are going insane, people. They are imploding fast, and I couldn't be happier about it. I'm sorry that people live in the city, but you're getting what you voted for there. You know, these cities are Democrat enclaves that elect Democrat governments, and they're failing you right now. And I hope y'all are seeing that. This ain't Trump's fault. This ain't right-wing white supremacist people's fault. This is your own fault. These are the elected people you put in charge of yourselves, and they are failing you, and I hope you can see that. And now we got 9 and 13-year-olds are robbing people at knife point, and that's going to happen all over. Head on a swivel, patriots. Head on a swivel. We got latest estimate I just heard is 22 million illegal immigrants in this country right now. 6 million alone have come across during FJB's alleged presidency. All right, Gator Girl, we just hang in there, just listen up, man. We'll clue you in here. We'll get the story to you while you're doing the dishes. God bless you, patriots, moms and dads. Oh, wow, yeah. Well, there's always that chance, Greg. What Greg's worried about is somebody in the convoy is going to get there and somebody does something bad. It's always going to happen that way. We've learned that over and over and over in the last 2 years of protests in our government. You always get people in there that aren't with the program. They want to do their own program, but they're weak. They can't get their own program, so they come into your program and try to overtake it. And we're pretty heads up on that stuff now. But no doubt about it, there's going to be infiltrators trying to smear the image or reputation of this convoy too. So the people in this convoy are pretty savvy, man. I don't think there's everybody that I know that's going on this convoy has been around the block a couple times, and they're going to be heads up for that, man. That's right, Carol Burton. They are not going to the border. No, that's true. They will never be within, 2-3 hours. They're going to be a good distance away from the border. They're going to a town that's real close to Austin, Texas, and then from there, most of the people are going to carry on west all the way out to Yuma, Arizona, which is where the terminus of the convoy presently is scheduled to be. Hello, Micro Wolf. How are you? Tammy Mundy. Pert. I do. There is a very big religious element to this. Yes, people are calling for a revival. One of the organizers is a very a revivalist, man. We're bringing in a harvest for our king, basically, is what's happening. Because this ain't just a battle against FJB and his crony tyrants there. This is a spiritual battle between good and evil, man. No doubt about it. All right, we got good network here, man, but it is getting dark out pretty soon. All right, Ridgeline is collecting donations. Let's help out Ridgeline if you can, folks. Get her some gas money. We got to get her down there and get her home. And I hope to see you soon, Ridgeline. It's going to be great to see you here in Lancaster. Yeah, I know, Annette. I know. I see him around. He's here to hear about Jesus, I think. God sent him here to Jesus. His snitch boss told him to come here and listen in for, and inform on us and snitch on us on what we're talking about so they can... But God sent him here to hear about Jesus and the plan of salvation, man. Yeah, that's right, man. J6 was meant to put fear into us so that we never stand up again, because they are the finest of the finest. The people that were ready to stand on J6 are the finest of the finest American patriots, man. They're the ones who actually did something. Turned off the football game, invested $1,000 in 3 days of their time to fly out to that sewer hole, D.C., man. Yeah, the face masks are a sign there, K.A. Right. Okay, so this is the official website, First Responders and Oreo Express. But there is that website, takeourborderback.com, and I would imagine that will be probably the official spot to post any changes in the itinerary. And I feel like it's going to be a fluid itinerary, and we'll just watch and pray as they move along. They may not make all their destinations in the time they think that, so it's fluid, man. We just got to keep our eye on these folks. If you can't get in on the convoy, the whole thing, you can't commit to it, get out and follow them along while they go past you. They're going right down 95, and then they're going to catch Highway 10 and go west all the way across Florida, Louisiana, and Texas, and Mississippi. So get out on a bridge, wave a flag, show your support for the convoys that are going there, to show support for the stand that Texas is taking. Senate bill wants 5,000 to come in a day. What kind of... And that's why did the Border Patrol come in and make a new port of entry at Shelby Park in Texas? There's the Take Our Border Back website to check on things. Okay. Last night at Freedom Corner, the best news of the night was Brian Jackson and Andrew Tuckey getting back into the pod. So they're back in. Your phone calls worked. It happened once again. Nothing was happening until you guys made phone calls. And that seems to be a way to cracking the whip on these people, man. Yesterday was also visitation day at the Gulag. And Sherry got up and spoke a few words about her visit with Dominic Box. Another caller later was saying how thankful he is that Patriots come and visit them. In-person visits. They get every Friday. There's two times of the day when they can get that. I think it's 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock. Got to sign up way in advance. A lot of rules. If you want to get in on that, you can. And but it takes a little bit of organizational effort to do that. And then Andrew and Brian, I don't know, did they actually get on the phone? Chris Quaglin got on the phone, had quite a bit to say. How these guys were disciplined over hearsay. You know, basically they got swatted. Somebody called into the jail that was outside of the jail. We know who it is. And said that these guys are white supremacists, you know. So all the guys in the prison put together a nicely worded thing. They all signed their name. It says, we are not white supremacists. We're not trying to recruit white supremacists. There never has been white supremacists here. There's nobody inside that gulag saying everyone's a white supremacist in there. I'll post that for you, Sylvia. Thank you. Elon Musk responds after Biden issues release on bipartisan Senate border security. How to fix the border. That doesn't sound bipartisan at all. It doesn't sound bipartisan, and that it's just more talk out of our representatives with no action. So who's lying? You know, this guy calls in and says they're white supremacists. They take these guys out, put them in disciplinary action for 20 days, 22 days. No investigation that we know of, but they tell us they're investigating it, but they don't tell us what they found out. And they bring the guys back. And so who's lying? So these people, that was a knee-jerk response by the administration in that gulag prison, man. Chris was also talking about $83.3 million Trump is going to pay this woman for her made-up story. And the whole country just saw how this judge wouldn't allow Trump to allow any of his evidence in there. It's just a ridiculous show of the corruption in our DOJ, and especially New York, man. Unbelievable, man. BLM awarded $10 million, $83 million to E. Jean Carroll, $149 million that Giuliani's supposed to pay these two Georgia women. And Chris is just salivating, waiting for the civil suits on J6 to hit the courts, man. He's seeing dollar signs and millions. But we'll see. If that happens, it's probably not going to pan out, but I hope it does. I hope things turn around by then, man. Texas, Chris was also talking about how Texas said there's no plans to remove the razor wire. Ken Paxton, the Attorney General of Texas, came out and said that directly and communicated that to the Biden FJB regime. And then Chris announced on the live stream, on the phone call, it's Sapphire Patriots going on the Convoy. That was awesome. Awesome. Then Taylor John Attackers called in, and he had just gotten off the phone with the Northern Neck Regional Jail Vigil, and then made a call out to Freedom Corner last night. And he read us something from a new essay that he's written. He's got chapter 1 of an essay called Common Sense Applied. And it has to do with, like, the people don't know who or how to redress their government. The government has gotten so huge, so big and burdensome that we don't even know who to call anymore. And we're finding that out with the issues we've been calling on vigils, on the J6ers and stuff from the Vigil. We call the Marshal Service, we call the Bureau of Prisons, we call the Gulag, we call the mayor, we call all these different organizations, and who knows if we're hitting the right one, but we're making a lot of phone calls. So I hope that somehow or another it works, and we will continue to work that way. And we're not going to not make phone calls just because we don't know who to call. We'll make phone calls until we call the right person, man. And that's how our government seems to have been set up, man. It's meant to be that way. It's meant to be complicated that we can't figure out who to call about what issue. How do you even go about redressing a grievance with your government? Government is so complex that you can't even find where the problem is. They're so overlapping and complex. It doesn't have to be this way. It doesn't have to be this way, man. Yeah, and like, who do we complain to is what Taylor was saying in this essay. It's very well worded, man. This dude's writing some good stuff. And I think all this is getting posted on his Give, Send, Go for John Attack's Family Health is his Give, Send, Go account. I never realized that these Give, Send, Go accounts are kind of like a blog post that they're posting stuff on. I never realized that before. All right, if you guys can help me out, I'm getting low. I got more van repairs to do again. I hope it's just my starter, but I saw a blown out axle on the front. There's grease all over the place. I got to put a new front axle, and I got to get a starter. So if you can, Patriots, help me out. If you like what you're getting off of this program every night, it takes quite a bit of effort to put it out. It's not as easy as it looks, but I enjoy doing it. And if you could, please help me out. The P.O. Box is the only way I got. And a 68-cent stamp is all it takes to get it there. Nobody's taking a cut out of that. And if you write me a check, write loan repayment on the thing, because Joe Biden taught me that trick. And then I don't have to pay taxes on it. Peasant's Perspective website. Yes, this is another one of Taylor's. That's his website, right? Silly. I'm sorry, I got that wrong, didn't I? Okay. All right, Mama Earth is doing a flag wave. Way to go, California. Activate that West Coast. It was good seeing Baltimore Steve was out at the corner waving a flag. I think Katie had a day off last night. I hope she's okay. We're always praying for you, Katie and Steve and everybody else standing at Freedom Corner. You guys are awesome. Let's see. Then Jeff Sable got on the phone for the national anthem at the end and just went over news topic. And like I say, it's like birth pangs, Patriots. It's happening faster and faster. The Georgia state will investigate Fannie Willis with this bogus whatever's going on there with her. Punitive sanctions were taken against Texas by the FJB regime. They are shutting down natural gas in the area. That was nothing but a punk move by the FJB. And just because they won't let them have whatever they want on that state park, Shelby State Park there. Ken Paxton challenges the DHS for creating an illegal port of entry. Who gave them permission to open up one of Texas's state parks and create a whole new port of entry there? There's no paperwork. There's no congressional oversight on that. They just invented that. They just did it. And they had no jurisdiction to do that whatsoever. And it's going to be a showdown in the courts between Ken Paxton and the FJB regime there. And then Jeff Sable saying there's some event going on in Georgia. They're looking for actors to display their acting abilities in front of the Georgia National Guard from February 5th through 8th. And this was some ad that he saw. And this is what they do. They hire they put ads out for people to protest and stuff. Holy smokes, it's getting dark. All right, I'm almost can't read here anymore. And then Jeff Sable was talking about how the Sirens for Jesus at Freedom Corner is paid protesters. They all just clock out at 9 o'clock. They got no message other than to interrupt our message. So they're paid actors. They're snitches. Taki and Scooter are back in the pod. They are stoked about that. Pennsylvania's got this lawsuit going out. I'm not putting a lot of faith in this. I think it's just a show. It's a punk show from our lame Republicans here. There was a case earlier where the Supreme Court investigated themselves in Pennsylvania about the changes they made to our election law, and they found themselves guilty, but they promised to never do it again. So that was another sham investigation right here in Pennsylvania. And now our Republicans are filing suit against the governor and the feds about election violations, election law violations, man. And then Jeff Sable is wondering, are we calling Congressman Loudermilk about those 117 files that the J6 committee hid? And Tammy got up and mentioned that they have broke into 100 of them. There was 117 files that were just broken into, or that were erased off of the information that they handed over to the House of Representatives when the Republicans took it over 2 years ago. So are we making contact with Loudermilk about that? And then there's also Massey. Are we making contact with him, letting him know that we are behind him investigating about the pipe bomb information that's come out, man? Ooh, hey now, that's interesting, Sylvia. Trump's team reportedly has reached out to Bobby Kennedy Jr. about serving as VP. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Ain't it interesting how FJB kicked Robert Kennedy Jr. out of the Democrat Party, and it's the same kind of thing Hillary did with Bernie Sanders. You know, he just eliminates the competition and then declares himself winner. You know, it's crazy, man, crazy. Okay, and then Jeff Sable's always talking about precinctstrategy.com. This is a site that shows you how to get involved with your local politics, about getting involved with the party. You really gain an upper hand by becoming one of the party people in order to direct the change of the party, you know. And then he's also talking about tactical civics, and Roy up in Lewisburg was saying he's been looking into that too. I've looked into that site now twice. I like what they got to say. It takes a little bit of time to wrap my whole brain around it and figure out the course of action we should take for that. But these are both good ideas. And the message is, please get involved, America. Please get involved. So that's it for the gulag, the J6 vigil at DC last night. And folks, it's just too dark out. I can't read my notes anymore. I got started too late. We were at the Lewisburg Vigil, man. They got calls from Brittany Perkins, from Cash Kelly, Bart Shively. Excellent phone calls they did up there. So I would highly recommend just breeze through that, listening to the phone calls. There was a little bit of dead space because Brian Jackson or Andrew Taggi was supposed to call, and apparently they weren't able to. So just fast forward through that. Just hear the pertinent information that was in the phone calls. JFK Sr. would be a Republican now. Yeah, he probably would, wouldn't he? Yeah, how are you doing, Sylvia? We're praying for you still. And Carrie? They're good guys, Tina? The Republicans are suing are good guys. One of the primary men of the suit is your House Representative, Joe Ham. All right, man. I want to have faith in them guys, but I called my guy and said, I hope you're on board with that. I did notice that his name was not on that list, though, man. Yeah, Lee Bart, Ivan Raiklen broke his leg sledding with his sons. So Ivan apparently is going on the convoy since he's laid up. I heard that he's going on the convoy, but I haven't verified that yet, which would be cool. All right, so Sapphire Patriot's going on his convoy, man. Watch her, sign up with her channel. She's going to be live streaming that. We got Big D going, the Master Grifter. And Oreo and First Responder and Bruce Levings is another new YouTuber. He's started up live streaming. He's planning on going and live streaming all that. Yeah, I'm not sure about Kennedy being vice president either, Bonnie. That would be That would be a stretch, and I think there's way more cooler people. And Bobby Kennedy Jr. said some bad things about Second Amendment. He doesn't want everybody out owning guns and stuff. He would be the guy I would send after the CIA and Anthony Fauci, though. I mean, he is all over Anthony Fauci. So maybe he could be used for that position. This is Sapphire Patriots channel. She's been live streaming now for about a month and a half down at Freedom Corner, doing a great job. I'm a mod on her channel. If you want to say hi during the vigil, drop in and say hi. We would love to have you there. All right, what's this Nova? Go to Neil Johnson's stream towards end. They tell who the pipe bomber is. What? All right, I don't know who Neil Johnson is. Yeah, I seem to remember Bruce there. He looks very familiar there, small water guy. All right, we got to get on this Neil Johnson thing. He told us who it is. That'll be pretty cool. Whoops. All right, there's Big D's channel. We're going to go through these real quick here. Here's Glory B's channel. She's going on the Convoy. Sub to her channel. Thank you, Carol. Don't forget who? Glory B. All right, yes, we got Glory B in there. And here's Bruce. Bruce Leving's channel. Give him subs. That helps him get his video out. And of course, every time you go in on one of these videos, man, hit the like. Leave a comment is another big thing. After the chat's over, get back in and leave a comment, a permanent comment on that channel. And that helps the algorithms put those videos into play once they're on YouTube. Okay, here's Neil Johnson. I never heard of this guy. Thank you for cluing me in. Lumberjack Lot. Maybe I did see that guy. So we need funding, Patriots. We need you to follow along with us. I'm going to be watching this Convoy thing and hopefully getting my van back up in action. And then if there is another need for a wave 2 or a wave 3, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens down there. I don't think it's going to turn into an Occupy moment or any conflict or anything like that, though. This is just a show of force, of people that are standing with what Texas is doing. We want to secure our country. Buffalo Man will be streaming Monday morning. I have not heard from him in a long time. All right, Buffalo Man. We'll get back in touch with him. All right, well, I got to go check out this Neil guy there, Nova. All right, awesome news. Thank you, everybody, for your input here. Together, we can do this. It takes all of us working together. So, it's so dark out, I can't see a thing anymore. Sorry I got started so late here today, Patriots. Don't miss Freedom Corner, though, tonight. And I'll probably see you guys up there in the chat. I had a wonderful conversation with some Patriots last night. Just here in the area, people are on board. They're wondering about this convoy and everything. So things are happening fast, Patriots, just like the scripture said it would happen. You can't see me either. Okay, it's another one of these dark live streams where some dude's just talking and we're just exchanging information, man. Hello, Cleo. Yes, stay strong, everybody, and God bless you all. Let's continue to fight. Continue to fight. We live to fight another day. All right, black screen. All right, Ferg. All right, Patriots, we'll see you up there at Freedom Corner tonight. God bless you all. Thanks for joining in. And remember, it's not red versus blue. It's the state versus you. This is Jericho, over and out.